We have them in our societies, our villages. Some of them even raised us in the sun and in the rain. They are the voiceless, with a raging storm of strength on the inside. Have you seen or heard or felt the pain of a widow before? Let me give you a sneak peek into their painful journeys. Hello guys, welcome to Sisinana African Folktale Stories, where interesting stories of love, communication, and empathy are told. Before we go further, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section as you listen. The sun rose slowly over the quiet village of Akaeze, casting a soft golden light across the red earth. But inside one small compound, the warmth of morning could not reach the heart of a woman named Nkiru. She stood by her window staring at the narrow path outside, the same path her husband had walked the last day she saw him alive. It had been 2 years since Chukwudi died. 2 long years of silence, struggle, and unanswered questions. At just 32, Nkiru had become a widow with 3 children to raise and no shoulder to lean on. In the village, people whispered whenever she passed. Some whispered pity, others whispered judgment, but all of them watched her. She tied her wrapper tightly around her waist and stepped outside. Her face calm, though her heart was heavy. Since her husband's death, she had learned that grief does not announce itself loudly. Sometimes it sits quietly beside you, following you everywhere you go. Chukwudi had been a good man. Not rich, but honest. He sold spare parts and returned home every evening with laughter for his children. When sickness took him suddenly, the house fell silent. The laughter vanished, and Nkiru was left to pick up the pieces. After the burial, tradition took over. Her hair was shaved. She sat on a mat while elders discussed her life as if she were not there. Some pitied her. Others already thought about what she could offer them. When the mourning period ended, the pressure started quietly. Aunties came first. You are still young, they said, pretending to be kind. You cannot raise 3 children all by yourself. Then the men came, like predators who had been watching and waiting on their prey. Some with smiles, some with bold eyes that never respected her pain. Some promised help, some promised love, some promised protection. None of them spoke about her children with sincerity. They only saw a young widow with no shield. Nkiru listened. She always listened. But inside her heart, something firm had taken root. She remembered the night Chukwudi held her hand on his hospital bed and whispered, "Train our children well. Please be strong for them." Those words became her daily prayer. Soon the pressure began. You are still young, they told her. A woman cannot stay alone. Think of your children. Men came with false sympathy and hidden intentions. But Nkiru stood firm. Her husband was not even cold in the grave, and already they wanted her silence. They wanted her body. They wanted her obedience. How mean can these men be? She refused. Life became harder. She woke before dawn to fetch water. She cooked, she cleaned, and walked long distances to sell vegetables. Some days, she returned home with nothing but dust on her feet. Some nights, her children slept hungry while she pretended to be full. Still, she never complained. Days turned into months, months into years. The struggle did not stop, but neither did her resolve. She started making small income by selling cooked food early in the mornings. She taught her children how to read at night. She corrected them with love, not anger. When they made mistakes, she spoke to them gently. When they did well, she praised them openly. Slowly, people began to notice something different. Her children were respectful. They spoke well. They helped others without being asked. Teachers spoke highly of them. Even elders who once mocked her started to nod in quiet approval when they passed her compound. But Nkiru knew the journey was far from over. She felt it in her bones. The real test was still ahead, waiting silently like the harmattan wind before dawn. And as she knelt by her bed one night, whispering prayers with tired lips, she did not know that the very sacrifices she was making in silence would one day shake the entire village of Akaeze. She taught her children to greet elders, to speak respectfully, and to never, ever beg. At night by lantern light, she told them stories of courage and honesty. She taught them that character was more important than comfort. People mocked her. Oh, people so mocked Nkiru. She thinks she's better than us, they said. She will soon come to us begging. But Nkiru remained quiet. Her first son Chinedu grew observant and thoughtful. Her daughter Ifunanya was gentle and intelligent. The youngest Obinna followed his siblings everywhere, learning without words. As the years passed, the village began to notice something unusual. Despite hardship, her children were disciplined. They spoke well, they respected elders. Teachers began to praise them, neighbors began to whisper, not in mockery this time, but in confusion. How could a woman with nothing raise children like this? But trouble was not done with her. One evening, her late husband's elder brother came with a proposal. He spoke of marriage, of protection, of security, of continuing his brother's lineage. She listened quietly. When he finished, she shook her head. I respect you, sir, she said, but I will not trade my peace for the comfort of your bed. His face quickly hardened. From that day, support from the family stopped, including the extended family. They saw Nkiru as too proud. Still, Nkiru did not break. Years passed. Her children grew taller, stronger, smarter. One day, Chinedu collapsed in school. When she arrived, she learned he had been skipping meals so his younger siblings could eat. That night, Nkiru cried like she had not cried since her husband died. But the next morning, she rose with new determination. She woke earlier, worked harder, sold more, endured more. Nkiru began to sell akara balls at the village square so that she could make ends meet. And slowly, things began to change. Chinedu won a scholarship, then another. Ifunanya became known for her brilliance and kindness. Even little Obinna began to shine. People who once mocked her now watched in silence. Years later, a black car drove into Akaeze. Villagers gathered, whispering. From the car stepped Chinedu, tall, confident, and accomplished. He knelt before his mother in the dust and held her hands. Mama, he said, I am because of you. Mama, I am today whoever I am because of you. You walked on people's farms. You went to bed on a hungry stomach. You didn't have the best of rappers. You skipped women meetings to avoid being insulted. You protected us from the hands of strange men who made advances at you. Mama, all the sacrifices have made me become who I am today. Tears rolled in Nkiru's eyes. Soon, Ifunanya returned too, then Obinna. Together they stood before the village that once doubted them. No insults, no pride, only quiet dignity. The elders gathered and admitted what many had long known. Nkiru had raised her children with wisdom and strength. Her suffering had not been in vain. They watched silently while she suffered in raising the kids, and yet they showed no sympathy, they showed no concern. Oh, how they felt so ashamed of themselves. That evening, as the sun set, Nkiru sat outside her home, her now new duplex home that her children had built for her. The villagers gathered, staring in awe at the beauty of the magnificent house that was standing right on the same soil where Nkiru toiled with her children years ago. As the sun set, Nkiru sat outside her home, listening as laughter filled the air. She did not boast. She did not celebrate loudly. She simply smiled, appreciative of how God had helped her throughout the years in raising her children. Because in the end, She had not raised children to impress the world. She had raised human beings. She had raised quality seeds. She had raised the legacy that her husband would be proud of. And that victory was enough. For more stories like this, please ensure to subscribe, share, and like. Till next time, life na jeje.